Hi, this is Gloria. Thanks for joining me. And the purpose of this video is just to give you some easy exercises that you can do. Some of these you can do in the bed in the morning before you even get up. They're pretty easy. You can do them multiple times throughout the day, and it's a great way to get you started for your day, especially if you're a golfer or a tennis player. So also remember, if your doctor has told you not to do any of these types of movements because of whatever reason, whether it's a hip replacement or a knee replacement, then please don't do it. But let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to get on my mat and just pretend I'm lying in bed. So the first thing I would recommend that you do is roll over onto your back and do alternating knee hugs. And when you're doing this, for you women, you can also do Kegels. Yes, we still need to be doing Kegels. At least most of us do. So with your exhalation, you would do your Kegel and bring your knee towards your chest. And on your inhalation, put the foot back on the floor. And on the next exhalation, the other knee comes out for a hug and then to the floor. And you can also take your head toward the knee if you want to. That's not required, just an option. Maybe your head is heavy like mine and you'd rather just keep it on the floor. This is number 5. And number 6. Now, if you're having trouble doing your Kegels while you do this, you can just do that as a separate exercise. And just 2 more. Then once you've done 10 knee hugs, your feet will be on your mat or on your bed, knees close together. Place your arms like a cactus plant, like this, okay? And do hip rolls. So you just let the hips roll to the right and then to the left. Keep your shoulders on the floor. So this might just be a little movement for you. Just a little movement, that's perfectly fine. Or it might be a bigger movement. I know I have students who take their knees all the way down, further than me, but some who don't. We all want to do this within our own personal range of motion, and only you know what that is. Then once you've done 10, you'll bring your knees back to center and give the knees a hug. We want to stretch out our hamstrings, so you've got an option. You can do one leg at a time, point and flex, stretching out your hamstring, one leg at a time. But what I really like is for people to do something called, what I call reclined down dog. So on your inhalation, you'd press your legs up toward the sky. Try to get them straight. If you need to bend them, that's okay. Your arms will come to the floor, biceps by your ears. So here you are, you're looking like you're in down dog, but you're on your back. And then you're going to exhale, hug your knees. Inhale, stretch up and out. Exhale, hug your knees. And you might not have as much range of motion as me. That's okay. Just work with what works for you, especially first thing in the morning. And then after you've done this about 10 times, you'll take your legs up and then do wide angle. Move your arms down like cactus plants again. Your legs come apart and together. The reason we want to do this is it warms up our abductors and adductors, muscles that help you move your legs. Bring your legs wide apart. Use your hands to help support your legs. Point and flex your feet. For you who golf or play tennis, this is really important to do, point and flex. Spin your feet clockwise. Do this before and after your golf or tennis match. Reverse. Also, if you like to walk, this will help reduce those cramps you get in your lower legs. Spin one foot clockwise and the other, counter. This is a mental exercise as much as it is anything else. Right here, reverse. Okay, so you reversed. Good. Bring your legs together. Again, hug your knees, feet to the floor or to your bed, wide apart. We're going to do window wipers. So the feet are wide apart. Let the knees go to the right and then to the left. So this is very similar to the hip rolls, but is also very, very different. Very different. This gets your internal and external rotators in your legs. The other one was more for your obliques. Here again, this one is good for my golfers and tennis players, and also for my baseball players. It just helps you get a better turn. And then letting your arms rest in this position that I have, like a goalpost arms. That helps open up your chest so that you can get a better back swing. Now, after you've done your window wipers about 10 times, finish it up and walk your feet together, hug your knees. Okay, feet to the floor. We're going to come up into a seated position, however it works for you. Okay. We have a tendency to stick our chin out. We don't want to do that. We want to get our chin in alignment. Chin should be parallel to the floor, getting our spine into a nice alignment. But a good exercise for you to do is practice sticking your neck in and out. Some people call this turtle. Some people call it turkey, because if you ever notice when a turkey walks, he does his head like that, okay? Now we're not looking to move the body, we're focusing on tucking the chin. Loosen that up. Now, I should have told you earlier, grab a towel, wrap it around your neck. You can roll it before you wrap it. I had it rolled, but it came unrolled. We're going to support our neck while we do this next one. We're just going to tilt our head back, and this feels surprisingly good. The vertebrae in your neck are delicate bones, and as we get older, they get even more delicate. So by the time people are over 45, most people have started getting some degeneration in their neck. But the sad thing is they don't know it until they hurt themselves. So I like for all of my students to just assume that they've got degeneration in their neck to the point where they need to be careful with their neck. So that means no shoulder stands and being very careful with your neck, okay? Very careful. And so this is a nice way to support it when you're trying to get it to just drop back. All right, so bring your head back into neutral and put your strap to the side or your towel to the side. It's important to have strong upper back muscles. So an exercise that's really nice for you to do is shoulder hugs. So you bring your arms up like a cactus plant again, and you hug your upper back muscles together, and then you release. Hug them together and release. So for me, I've got a different range of motion than a lot of you. So for some of you, your arms might start here and only come here as you hug, and that's okay. Another way you can do this is to come onto your tummy, anchor your lower body to the floor. That's going to activate your glutes. Put your arms into your cactus position or goalpost arms, forehead to the mat. On your inhalation, come up, hug the shoulder blades together, and then come down. So you come up and down, up and down. And I'd like for you to do that 10 times. Okay, 10 times. That's going to help strengthen your upper back muscles. So that's really good for your posture. Really good for your posture. Another that's good for your posture, interlacing your fingers behind your back or holding a towel or strap if you can't reach your fingers, and then lift your hands as you inhale and then lower as you exhale. Lift your hands as you inhale, lower as you exhale. You're hugging your shoulder muscles together. You might have a bigger range of motion. If you do, then use it. But we're just operating in our own individual safety zone. Open up that chest. And here again, do about 10 of those. That'd be really good for your upper back. All right. So if you've got a strap, a TheraBand strap, this is also really good for your upper back and your shoulders. Pin your elbows into your waistline. Your forearms are parallel to the floor. Palms are facing up. Hold your strap. Pull it apart and then release the tension. Pull it apart, release the tension. You're holding on to the strap the whole time. It's not a big pull. Notice my hands really don't move very far. I'm working the muscles in my shoulders, focusing on that. And so, do 10 of those throughout your day, or just once a day, that would be fine. And then again, you would relax, let your shoulders release and relax. You can roll your head around, give a little TLC to your neck. Remember, be careful with your neck. Okay, get your strap again. This time, the arms are parallel to the floor. Hands are even with your shoulders. They're a little bit more than shoulder width apart. You pull it apart a little bit and then release. 2, 3, focus on the upper back muscles. 4, 5, we'll just do 6. Okay, great, but I would like for you to do 10. We're doing it to save time. Now let's come up, have a seat. If you can get your feet on the floor easily, you could do this on the side of your bed, but you may need to just sit in a chair. So your feet are on the floor, you're going to point your knees toward the left, let the right knee point toward the floor. We're looking for a stretch in the hip flexors of the leg that's pointing toward the floor. So if you're not getting it here, then tuck in your hips a little bit, find that stretch. If you still don't have the stretch, then walk your foot further back. Don't go sway back here. This is not a back bend. And don't lean forward. Keep your head and shoulders over your hips. Head and shoulders over your hips. Okay, looking for that stretch. You can reach behind you. Maybe interlace your fingers and puff up your chest for a little more, or bring your arms out like a cactus plant. We're looking to open up the front of our body. This is really good to do any time of the day, not just morning. And let's switch to the other side. At night we tend to kind of curl forward, and all during the day we curl forward a little bit. So by doing this kind of an exercise, finding a stretch in the hip flexor and through the chest, it helps us counteract the effects of gravity. So find that stretch. Keep your head and shoulders over your hips. Tuck in your hips a little bit if you need to find the stretch. Because remember, if you go sway back or if you lean forward, you lose the stretch. And gently come out of that. We'll come up into a standing position, doing a nice little side bend, taking the arms up, side bend to the right. Now side bend to the right. I'm going to lift my right heel. That accentuates the stretch in the left side of my body. Okay, the right heel's lifted. Gives me a bigger stretch in the left side. Come to center. side, bend left. And now lift the left heel. And that gives me a big stretch in the right side of my body. And come back to center. We'll do an easy, gentle twist. It's one from Qigong called Wise Owl Gazing Backward. Bring your feet apart. You're going to twist towards your right. Your right hand goes toward your sacrum and your left hand goes to the back of your head. Turn your head toward the right. Turn toward the left. The left hand goes to your sacrum. The right hand goes to the back of your head. And then switch. Okay, so I'm going to turn around and let you see what I'm doing from the other position. Wise owl gazing backward. Okay, so you would want to do that a few times and then come into a comfortable mountain position and just notice how your balance is today. You might even close your eyes. Check in with your balance. Okay. All right. So thank you for joining me, and I'll try to make some additional videos, some focusing on balance, because that's something we need to work on every day. But for now, this is all, and I'll see you later. Again, thanks for joining me. If you enjoyed the video, then please leave me a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy it, then just be kind. Talk to you later. Bye.